Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it is yet another episode of Discovering Grace Lake. We are here to record about the Bachelorette Auction. This is our bonus episode. We did this last year as well. I'm sitting here with Steve Nielsen.
Hello.
Hi, hey, how are you? We're going to try to make this a little bit fun today, but I want to make sure that to get some information to people because there's a lot of excitement around this event that's happening February 15th at First Draft, 7 p.m. So, yeah, Steve, do you have any questions about that?
Actually, one of my biggest questions is, I know you get bombarded with questions. What is the biggest question that you feel like you have to answer all the time?
So I was at the basement of the Alamo.
Yeah.
A basement of the Chamber of Commerce, and I was talking to Mary Beth, and Mary Beth said that she still had people that were like, well, we can't go because it's a singles event. It is not a singles event. This is a community event to raise money for a family in need. It is an auction where we auction off date packages. The date packages are represented by a bachelor or a bachelorette. Got it? So when you're bidding on it, you're actually bidding on the date package. Now, all consenting adults, if you like the bachelor, you like the bachelorette, and you guys want to go on a date or something, that's all up to you, right? But those bachelor or bachelorettes are sponsored by a company. So that's how we actually generate revenue too. So company sponsors a bachelor or bachelorette, and they put together a date package, which we will auction off live on the 15th. And those things can be for singles, for married, for whatever you are, men, women, whoever, all can come. So no, it is not a singles event.
Right.
But there's going to be a lot of singles there.
Right.
You see how it can get confusing, right?
A little bit. Right. So if you're a single guy.
Yep.
And you're looking for potential single women, you should be there. If you're a single woman looking for a potential single guy, you should be there. If you're a couple who wants to do some cool things on a date, go there and bid on some stuff. Date packages.
Yeah.
A lot of them are very creatively put together. Yeah. They give you lots of ideas,
right?
Especially the wholesome package.
And Steve's giving self-promotion right now because Steve is a bachelor.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I am representing that package. I forgot. Okay.
And a lot of the packages are themed. I'm glad you mentioned that because like Steve's is the wholesome package.
Right.
And that's his theme. So, and
there's a travel package. I mean, we can get into it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it too because I want to give a shout out to people that really make things happen.
Okay. Because it's driven by sponsors. It's driven by absolutely driven by donations.
Absolutely.
And we're still looking for more. Because it seems like right here at the end that a lot of really cool ones, because we're trying to out-donate each other.
Yeah.
I catch that a lot.
Right.
Like, what about this idea? We're like, yeah, let's do that. So what are some of the big ones this year? Last year you had some really cool ones.
All right, let's start with the sponsors.
Go.
Because so when I start to do this event, the first thing we do is we try to gather 9-10 different sponsors to help out to pick our bachelors and bachelorettes. So these are the people really the driving force behind everything. And without these people on board, this event could never happen. So I sincerely thank them. I definitely want the community to rally around them too and support their businesses because without these guys, it doesn't happen.
Okay, but before you say that, these sponsors, they are legit local companies.
Yes.
They're run by real people who want to have fun.
Yeah.
And do something for a good cause. I mean, these names are not going to be shocking to you. You would recognize everybody.
Absolutely.
And you could be another one.
Right.
You could be part of this fun.
And these people, you look at, people out of these giant corporations that donate stuff. These are real people with real families that have struggles that actually this money comes out of money that goes to feed their families. Right. So these donations made by these people to come along board, I am completely honored that they would stand behind anything that an idiot like me would do. But we're trying to have fun, and it really shows community. So let me rattle them off, too.
Yeah.
This year, we're really happy to have Mike Pruitt and the Vine. And their bachelor is Troy, who's actually a bartender there. So, Troy, thank you for doing it. But Mike, especially from the Vine, those guys on board. JPV Financial, Joe Velez. Just a fantastic dude. He is a sponsor of the podcast and also a sponsor of the show. And I think every event, Joe's been on board. So Joe, thanks, dude. I appreciate you very much. Someone who's always on board to help is Robin at Grace Lake Rehabilitation. Just a solid group of people and always on board. When you ask people to help and it has to do with a good cause and these people don't even hesitate and they say yes. Sometimes they don't even know what it is, which is awesome. Jody and the Sinkmars group, Keller Williams, North Shore West, awesome. They're always on board. They sponsor like everything in town. New sponsor we have this year that's got on board with a lot of enthusiasm is Matt Laney at the Sweatshop. Sweatshop is a really cool community. They're great. They have a girl, Lynn, who actually teaches classes there. She's going to be a bachelorette, so shout out to them. Barbecue Productions is on board. Chris, big shout out to Chris Schoenberger. Love you, man. And his girl, Melissa, who is his assistant, she's actually a bachelorette here as well. New partners, Barb and the crew over there, fantastic. I don't know why, but they are the sponsor of Steve, sitting across here from me. Steve is a bachelor. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Right at Home, Mike Steiner, and those guys. Right at Home had Josh Steiner last year as really. How would you call Josh if he's listening right now? He's so fun. He's just a great dude. But this year they have Zach, who is their bachelor as well. Who am I forgetting on here? We have Mona Ray. They're sponsoring. I believe they're a sponsor of the photo booth because we always have like a photo station there. And Nano's always on board and love Nano as well. Also Cahill. Cahill's heating, and they're just jumping on and sponsoring everything. And they have a bachelorette as well. So I think that, and Blush is always on board and sponsors stuff too. And all of these people have really spent a lot of time and dedication to help out with this event. So I'm sorry that's kind of long-winded, but I really want to make sure. And First Draft. How do we do anything without First Draft? Upstairs there is probably the only facility in Grayslake that can hold this amount of people and put on something like this. So shout out, Tom. You've always been great to me, dude. So I appreciate you very much. So sorry, I will stop talking now.
And I want to blow it, but there are some surprise sponsorships too. So you got to be at the event to see how that kind of unfolds.
Oh, you know what? Here's another one. Just at the end, let me just throw this in. So when we're in need of different packages that can't be donated to us, other companies come through and they will give us the resources to purchase those. Orthodontic Specialists of Lake County, Dr. Selke. Those people over there are so awesome. They've probably taken care of hundreds of kids, of families that are listening right now, but they're absolutely wonderful. And they've given a big financial donation to get things that we need. That I'm not going to, should I say what those things,
Can you?
Yeah. Okay. Just before we get into package stuff, we're going to have 4 pool passes to the Grayslake Pool that is sponsored by Orthodontic Specialists of Lake County. Awesome. And also with the help of Cahill coming on board too, that we're going to have an autographed Taylor Swift thing that is so cool. That's going to be part 1 of the auction items. And those 2 things, like pool passes at the pool, they're $80 a piece. And those are for a family of 4 to come. That's just going to be a part of something that we're doing. So those things are really cool and true to Grayslake.
Yeah. I don't want to poo-poo that little Taylor Swift thing. That is a big deal.
The Taylor Swift thing is awesome.
Yeah, literally, like an autograph, and you have to come. You got to see it.
Yeah, there's a poster thing, pictures of her, legit autograph of her. And speaking of other cool things, I'm just going to shout out a couple of them.
Oh no, here we go.
This year again, New York Yankees are a nice family in town. We have an autographed Aaron Judge ball that's going to be, I believe it's in the Grayslake rehabilitation package. The Yankees sent us an autographed baseball of that and 2 Yankees T-shirts that come right off the rack there in New York and sent to Grayslake.
Right. Well, the T-shirts alone are probably $40 each.
They were $40 each. Okay.
Right.
Another thing that blows my mind, I picked up yesterday, with help of some special friends, we have an autographed Bears jersey. And I picked up the Bears jersey and the autograph on the back, but the jersey itself is $130. And it's just donated to us, right? To raise money for the Diaz family. So hit me with some other questions. I get excited looking at all these things because I do want to rattle off more of the items that we have.
Right.
So hit me with some other questions.
Well, no, I want to, we're looking for continued investment in this because one of the items in my package is a gas card to Casey's. Right? You know how hard it is to get any kind of free thing from Casey's? It's a big corporation, but it's a local company right down the street. You go get your pizza and all that kind of stuff. It's fantastic.
Did they give that to you or did you buy it?
We had to buy it.
You bought it, right?
We had to buy it.
They're a big corporation. They can't donate it. But we have hardworking local business owners that are giving us stuff.
Right.
Right.
So if you're looking for like a quick thing, this sounds like a good idea. Here's an additional $40. Go get some of these other items or add more things because I have a list. I think it's got 57 or 58 things on it for my wholesome package. I couldn't squeeze it all in. There's just too many things. But maybe a local company donates $100 or a local family says, here's an additional $100. I can actually go get a few more of these things.
Absolutely.
Right? They're just cute little side ideas.
Right.
And at this point, to go get them that, write gift certificates or something, it's just easier just to buy it here at the end. So we actually are looking for that kind of help.
Right.
Because it makes the packages more valuable to help this family.
Right. And let's talk about the Diaz family and why we're doing this, right?
Yeah.
And why these people rally around. And finding, and I'm going to tell everybody too that finding a family to donate to, I always wanted to find somewhere we can give it to somebody locally, a family that we can actually hand them the stuff. Not saying that any organization is bad at all, but I want to make sure that's handed directly to them, that we have and we know exactly where this money is going. But the Diaz family, we did do a podcast. I talked to Anthony Diaz, who actually was super vulnerable and told the story of his family and how things went. In short, Anthony's 28 years old, and him and his family have taken care of 2 kids. His one brother is 26, who's had some special needs along the way, and the 19-year-old brother, Jimmy, has had a lot of struggles. Now, their mom and dad, tragically, had passed away and take care of these kids their whole lives. So all of this responsibility, without going into great detail, is on Anthony. So his life has been put on hold to take care of his 2 brothers. Anthony is extremely well-spoken, just a great guy. And some of the things that he really wanted, and I'm going to give a couple shout-outs here. When I talked to him on the phone, he identified really a couple things that he wanted. One was he wanted therapy. They wanted some grief therapy and some other therapy to go along. So my friend and the guy I see for therapy is Justin at Changing Faces in Grace Lake, right across from the Freeze. Justin heard the story and donated multiple sessions to each one of the brothers, just right off the bat. And when I sent that to Anthony was blown away. I said that one of the best things has happened, and he's the kind of guy that's like, oh my God, that's wonderful. We don't need any more. I'm like, oh, we're gonna give you a lot more. So along with putting these date packages together, we're also looking for some items for quality of life things for him and his brothers. I asked him to make me a wish list that had nothing practical in it, something to improve the quality of their life. So if you're listening right now and you may know of something, whether it's a pass to go to Great America, he's in a wheelchair, Jimmy is, but they can still take him. They can take him to the pool. They can take him to do these other fun things. So if you're listening right now and you have something, God, I'm almost like choking up because we don't understand how lucky we are. I think it takes things like this, especially for me, to go, I have 3 beautiful, healthy children. And they're taking care of people and doing things that don't take for granted what we have. And that's why we're doing this fundraiser. If that's not a reason to buy a ticket to this event, we're helping. And every little bit counts. People don't think that they can do a lot. Buy a ticket for $20. And that thing can go to help this family get the things that they need. They're in big trouble, and their lives are a struggle every morning. And Anthony goes through despair every morning, wondering what's going to happen. They need help setting up special needs trusts. So we need an attorney to step forward and say, hey, how can they help? And they can't afford that, but they need to get things done. Sorry, it's very emotional and I ramble about it, but that's why we're doing this. And if we can find something ridiculously fun to mask what we're really doing, and we can all gather and have a good time doing it, it's wonderful, right?
Correct.
So
yeah, I think, when you get your heartstrings pulled, right? It can put you in a moment of sadness, and I think it brings out the gratefulness that we should actually really have, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just leaving after this, you could go home and then get a ticket, right? A speeding ticket. Hey, you're going 10 over. That becomes like an inconvenience for a very short period of time. The money, and they got to go to court, right? These guys, this family, are inconvenienced all the time. It just takes the quality of life out.
Right.
Where's the joy?
And they find the little things as a blessing that a lot of us take for granted. So I guess taking that out of that is appreciate your life, appreciate the things you have. But at the same time, I think as a community, that I'm so proud to be a member of this community, of how many people are stepping forward to help. So, and those opportunities are here. So whether you're listening right now and you want to buy a ticket, or you might maybe have something you want to donate to the family, or to help out some of these auction packages that we're doing. We need your help.
Right.
And most of all, just come, have fun, bid on some of these things. There is something for everyone.
Right.
Here. I think that should be the name of this episode.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. How would I want to encourage everyone to make an appreciation donation. If you appreciate your life,
Okay.
help someone that doesn't have, maybe a little less, right?
Sure.
They got more struggles.
Right.
More struggles than you. How about we'll start at $40. $40 appreciation donation.
Right,
Like
great.
you like your life, give $40.
Okay, I think that you should be the auctioneer that night, not me. Can I hear 40? Can I get
I
50
have
over
40?
here?
Yes,
Whatever, appreciation donation.
Yeah, raise all the hands can be raised for those who are giving $40. Okay, good. Now, who wants to give 50?
Right.
You want to be in that
So-
group? Let's go. Let's get the highest number.
And I think that people need to understand, too, when you're at the event, it's just not going to be large auction items. A complaint that we had last year was people wanted to have something that they can do, maybe that was $50 or $100. So this year, besides the main auction items we're going to ask, everybody's been to a raffle thing. So there's probably going to be 10 other items where you can buy tickets at like $20 for a sheet, and you can put those tickets in items that you may want to get. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to, spend $500 here, $1,000 here. There's going to be something at every level of donations that you want. There's also a 50-50 raffle. Another thing, too, is that last year we had a photo station there. I'm Kristen from Bellevue. Come and run it. There's a backdrop there. Take pictures with your friends, and those pictures will be, text to you, email to you, however you want to do that. So it's just another way to have fun. And the one thing we haven't mentioned, too, is that when we're done with these auctions, I was looking back at the video from last year, as we turn on dance music and we have fun, right? And people can stay and party there and have a great time. And since I'm rolling with other information, and afterward, I talked with Brendan Rafferty, and Brendan is going to have an after party at Charlie's where they're giving a percentage of everything that's bought that night, a percentage of their ring back to the Diaz family as well. So,
I did not know that.
yeah,
That's great.
Yeah. First,
he's a
I
good
asked
dude.
Brendan to co-MC with me, which if you saw the video, was,
Yeah.
I shushed him. But he's a really solid member of our community too, and so he's going to help out there. And then afterward, after party at Charlie's.
That's great. You mentioned that there'll be pictures out there by Bellevue with the, because come to this event dressed to the nines. Come on, make it fancy. This is a cool, fun event. How often do we do that? Get our hair all dialed up and,
I
eyeliner.
never do that.
Eyeliner. Well, okay. Fake eyelashes, Dave, this year would be great.
Yes.
Okay. Little rouge for your cheeks. But great opportunity to get some fun pictures with you and your friends. We all look good. Let's do this. It'd be good for your dating website, too.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And Steve's on his dating app. He's what's your rating?
A 2-star rating.
A 2-star rating.
2-star rating. Slightly warm. That's the only comment I ever got. I'm slightly warm.
But we never talk about how that rating system, how high does it go? Is it 20, 25?
It goes up to 200. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Exactly. But you've got a 2.
I got a 2.
Point being that you don't, other people ask about dress code. So I say get dressed up, have some fun.
Yeah.
It's Valentine's Day weekend. Love is in the air.
Right.
Right.
Bring
so
it.
Some people are wearing dresses. I had another one of the bachelors asked me too. He's like, well, what do I wear? Like, well, nice jeans, a button-up shirt, and a sport coat.
Mm-hmm.
We have guys went out and bought a suit. Last year, a bunch of the guys, everybody's dressed a little way. But be comfortable, look good, fancy up. Let's just celebrate all together.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of standing room only,
Yes.
are there any tables? I don't actually know. This is a live question. I'm asking.
You weren't even there last year.
I know I wasn't. Yeah,
You
I
were
had
working.
something. Yeah, I was working on my wholesomeness.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see, because I was rescued from the gutter, and now I got to get my act together, and now I'm ready. I am ready to be one of the bachelors.
Right.
Right.
I've seen that movie.
Yeah, exactly. No, you
Seating.
had seating. So you have. Are there any tables where you can sit, or is
Yeah.
it all just standing now? At this
Okay,
point?
so last year we ran into the same problem. So if you've been upstairs to the to first draft, that we try to get as many people in as we can so it's comfortable. We have 10 tables, and we actually sell those tables. Off the top of my head, I don't know how much the tables are. But a table for 4, so the only seating is reserved seating that you can purchase right through the ticket link. So everything through the ticket link we talked about, just like a straight donation, tickets, also seating. And if you have a group of people and you want to sit down and make sure that you have a seat, I would reserve one of those tables. And those go fast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've even advertised that at all because there's so many other things that we're doing right now.
Right.
But it's a really good opportunity. Oh, last year, you know what else we did? I know another thing that's on the ticket link is that last year people wanted to know, can I get in early? Because the doors open at 7 o'clock, right? And before 7 o'clock, go down to First Draft, have some dinner downstairs, have some drinks, hang out, and then when it gets 7 o'clock, you can come upstairs. But from 6 until 7, we did like a VIP cocktail hour. So you can purchase a VIP thing and come and hang out with the Bachelor and Bachelorettes in more of an exclusive environment. And plus, you get up there a little bit early. It's a good way just to make a different donation and not have to stand in line. I mean, I like to stand places, Steve.
Right. I've seen it. But I've seen those videos.
I'm not sure that standing in line is one of my favorite things. But come early. If you want to buy something like that, that's great. Also, make sure that, when these tickets, the tickets are on your phone. So it's a QR code that comes through. So have those ready on your phone.
That speeds up the process.
Oh, and then we can just scan it.
I've done one of your other events, fundraising
Yes.
events, and we want to move it along very quickly.
I was trying to think of some other tips too that people said last year. Bring cash, because from the 50-50 raffles to anything else that you want to purchase there, we also take any other form too. We can take, we do Venmo, we do Zelle, we do credit card payments. We can do anything that you guys want, but it does help with cash, especially to move things along, and it just makes things a little bit easier. But any form of payment we can accept.
Correct.
So that's good. This sounds like a really easy event to plan, right?
Yeah, right. No kidding. Which means what? We need some volunteers still. I volunteered at one of the smaller.
One of the 70s or 80s nights?
Yes, exactly. Which is, it's still a lot of people, but it has way less structure than this does.
Yes.
Absolutely. And boy, oh boy, was I running around like a crazy person.
It's a lot.
Just doing a little bit of things. So the more people, many hands make light work. So
Yes.
we want to, if you think this event is fun, and the volunteers that have worked before, we're all like buddies. It's fun.
And a blast.
And we just have a blast. No one gets in trouble for anything, you know, because we're all just having a good time and doing the best we can.
And this is a good event to volunteer. So we are taking a couple more volunteers, but we have a lot of really nice people that come together, and they're great people to go. And when they're walking around, like the Bachelor and Bachelorettes will be walking around in the 50-50 bucket. Make sure to get those. That 50-50 raffle is so much fun. And we have a little twist this year, but I'm not able to say that.
It's one of those secrets.
One of those secrets.
Exactly. I like that.
What else do we have to go over? Because I do want to mention some people that aren't like headline sponsors, but like give people an idea of why it is for everyone.
Why don't you go? Oh, actually, I had one comment. So I had one friend who said, "Hey, I would really like to be part of that. This sounds like the thing that's really helping out a family. Do you think I can get free tickets? A free ticket to the what do you call it? The pre."
Yeah, I get a lot of people that ask if send them a couple tickets.
Yeah, I'm like, the ticket, that money goes right to the family. What do you mean you want it for free?
Right. The people that want to help
just
out
donate it.
They want free tickets.
Right.
Because they don't have $20 to buy the ticket.
Right. Yeah. Oh, the VIP. That's what my friend was asking. Can I get a free ticket to the VIP?
Sure.
I really want to help out that family. I'm like, how are you helping out that family if you don't give anything?
If they want a free ticket.
Right. Just by your presence.
Right.
So anyway,
nothing in this world is free, by the way.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So don't ask for that.
I'll be getting 5 texts right now. Hey man, can I get 5 free tickets? Yeah.
You're right.
No.
Just pay for the tickets. It goes right to the family, and come and have a good time.
And it's last year we had to stop selling tickets. We were at 253 or 220 something, and Tom called me. He goes, "Oh my God! No, we have a fire code, which is awesome. Grays Lake, you guys rock. That we actually had to say fire code, and we had to stop selling tickets. That was awesome.
Right. And
I don't know if this year if it's going to be covered or not outside the top. So we have to talk with Tom about that to see, because that obviously increases the capacity as well.
Yeah,
and we never know what the weather's going to be, right?
Right.
So that's fun. All right, let's do this. I'm going to go down. So JPV Financial, Joe Velez. I just want to give somebody an idea of kind of what to expect out of like what a package is. And these are not complete yet as well. And Sage is the Bachelorette for JPV.
Which is cool.
Which is really awesome.
Yeah.
Sage is awesome. So here's like an idea of what they have. So I think this one's considered like, we'll just call it like a travel package, right? This is something they would bid on. Shout out to Tony's Butcher Shop. Sean over there, if anybody's, Sean had one of the most popular podcasts that we've done to learn about like a butcher shop, and what a cool dude. And now he's giving back. So every package that we have, every one of these auction packages has I believe it's a $40 gift certificate to Tony's, which is great. And very cool. And also with that, shout out to Linda, Something's Brewing, that in every package that there is, she has a gift basket in there. I want to say the value of that is $75 in every package. So they're giving this stuff that's in everything. I also believe that we haven't had confirmation, but I believe Emils is doing kind of the same thing. They did that last year. So that right there is a big deal. Okay, so like in a travel package that they have, this is a lot based on Lake Geneva, $150 gift certificate to the Maxwell Mansion, axe throwing for 2 for an hour there, which just got back from there. Really cool. So axe throwing there. There's a $25 gift card in there from a bar that's used to be a church, which is really cool. I think it's called Topsy Turvy. There's a Tuscan restaurant there that $200 dinner voucher, and also they're giving wine. They have a memory foam travel pillow. They have airplane travel essentials, like a phone holder. They have a smart track luggage tags, $300 airline gift card, $150 luggage set, and a $100 Airbnb gift card.
Oh, okay, I should have been adding this up. What does that come out to?
I don't know.
That's got to be $1,000 right there, right? At least.
And here's what I like, because I was talking to my buddy Billy, is that when we bid on these things have actual value to them. It's not like you're bidding on something like that has this phantom value. No, these are like, if you put these things together and had these. Oh, I'm sorry. In there also is Tracy from the Park District runs Jazzercise. There's a 1 month unlimited Jazzercise thing too. If you want to go to Jazzercise, that's another $70 value.
Right.
Just cool.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's like one. I want to throw another one here because we talked about, autographed Bears jerseys and Taylor Swift. We haven't put these things together. Blush has like $300 or $400 in gift certificates from massages, facials, all of these things that we don't know if we're going to put them in together or spread them out. So there's going to be like a girly package, I think, that's going to have the Taylor Swift stuff and spa services and all these things. If they've watched your video, go back and watch the video from New Partners and Steve, but
the wholesome package.
The wholesome package. I know the St. Mars group has, I still haven't got all the details. I know, but they have Cubs tickets and Cub jerseys and like the Stanley cooler stuff. We have another company in town that has a Yeti cooler full of high noons. And the text that I got to laugh at when I walked in here, okay, a $250 gift package from a dispensary. Right?
What would you name that package? Leave that in the comments below.
Right.
How would
Leave
you name
that comment. But I want to put like snacks and chili cheese Fritos in there and Dr. Pepper. But
right.
So there's an alcohol package. We'll call it the weed package, right? But there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
And then we just go down here. One of the barbecue productions package is going to be a gift package for kids, and basically almost all in Grays Lake. So there's stuff, I think that one's going to have the pool passes in it. There's stuff from Jumpy Places. There's a season pass to the McHenry Outdoor Theater. I can't even wrap my head around all these things. Oh, and shout out to the Grays Lake Chamber of Commerce. We have 2 sets of golden tickets. And what the golden tickets are, they're 2 tickets to every chamber event that costs money. So whether it's, beer, I get so confused with everything going on for the Sip and Swirl and the Beer Fest and all of these things. So you get 2 tickets. We call it our Grays Lake Chamber golden tickets. Random $150 gift certificate of Fast Jacks, which is basically like a car wash, for a yearly car wash thing. I think,
which is awesome,
right? Oh, I got another one for you. How about $200 to the North Shore Steakhouse and Seafood at the casino down the road by Lakehurst in Fountain Square. So they're giving a $200 thing at a seafood restaurant in there, which is awesome, and 2 credits for $50 of free play. So you can go. We have autographed basket from Chevelle. I have an Ike Riley autograph gift basket of sorts for that. 4 tickets to the Libertyville Improv. Alwyn Anthony gave us a great thing. I have another surprise item in here that's going to be great too. But then Grays Lake Park District gave us $200 for any program that you want to sign up for at the Park District, whether that's sign up for summer camp or anything that they have. Tickets for anything in the Grays Lake Park District for $200.
That's fun and creative.
There's a lot of shit in here, Steve.
I know, no kidding.
And I'm going to say it like all the way across, right?
Yeah.
And let's go. I'm going to rattle off a couple things from the wholesome package.
Yeah.
Steve and I walked into this old book. She is awesome over there. You have a $50 gift card, 2 books from a local author. Also in yours, there's gift certificates to Twisted Burger, to Whitney Street. Shout out to Myra at Good American Barber, a haircut and a shave from there. 2 tickets to the Marriott Theater. I believe that we're getting an overnight to the Marriott for a stay there. The $50 gas card, and that also you get the Tony's Butcher Shop in there. I don't know what his and her snuggles are, or snuggies. His and her snuggies. I can't put a value on that.
Right, exactly.
I mean, come on.
Think about all the fun. But never mind.
Right, a bottle of wine from Cooperstock. And then there's a $50 gift card from Wright's Brewing and Bistro. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what? I think there's something for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. But we have not got done collecting our stuff. Okay, so the sweatshop, that community, they put something out on their private group to support Lynn. I have not mentioned anything that's in the sweatshop thing, but it's a health and wellness package. I have no idea, but I know there's probably over like 40 items that are coming from there that are going to be in a basket to bid on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we have to separate some things, right? We're going to have like 10 or 12 items that we'll just do strict raffle prizes for,
right,
where you can just buy $20 a ticket and put them like in a bag for the things that you want. But there's some really, really cool stuff. I know that I'm forgetting stuff too. And hey, if you're a sponsor and I have not mentioned your name of something you've given to this, I'm really sorry. There's only so many. My brain leaks out information as it gets stuff with stuff. But really cool stuff. But thank you, everybody in Grace Lake that's giving your stuff. I think it's awesome. What haven't we answered, Steve?
Okay, well, if of the amount of people that could come to this, there's some people that legit can't. Like they're going to be out of town. That's what happened to me last year. I just could not be there.
Right.
And so I always want to give a bit of encouragement to those people. You can still donate. You can still bid. You can still give items.
Yeah.
You don't have to necessarily be there to help this family out. And then
there's something little that everybody can do, right?
Right.
Whether you just go and make a $20 donation on there, right? Or if you like, hey, wait, I have these Bears tickets we're not going to use, or I have Blackhawk tickets or something like this we're not going to use. Could you auction them off to get some money to help this family?
Right.
Right. They're little things like that.
Right. And bring a good heart. For the obvious reasons, obviously we're helping out a family, but we are a bunch of locals, right? Trying to do this thing we call life together.
Absolutely.
And the bachelorettes and the bachelors are people from the community, including myself. And I've met most of them so far at this point. And they're just good, high-quality people. None of us are professionals at this. This is not a TV show where we're getting paid for any of it.
Nope.
We're volunteering our time as well to represent these packages. So come there with a kind heart and massive amounts of support, because some of these people, they were just too nervous to even kind of like sign up, and now they're going to be representing. So just a lot of clapping and encouragement and laughter and fun.
Yeah.
Because we want to support the people who are actually who put themselves out there.
These bachelor and bachelorettes are there helping, and they're there for that. And you know what? If people make a love connection out of stuff, great. 2 things before we move on, before I forget. $300 gift certificate to Rudolph's from the Rafferty family. Thank you. $300 to Rudolph's. Sorry, I forget. But that's what I mean.
You can buy a love seat.
Right. Okay. I have a success story for you. Somebody said that you should do like where are they now?
Okay.
Like from last year.
Yeah,
right.
no. Yeah.
So we have one couple that they said they would. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love if they could come. No, they can't come because they're on their 1-year anniversary and they're going to be out of town. That's the story I have anyway.
Right. That's cute.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we learned last year too is the people that kind of put themselves out there to do this. Anybody that's a little bit shy, imagine standing on a stage in front of a big group of the community to put yourself out there as a single to say this is what I'm doing, and they're supporting. So I want, like you said, everybody encouraged to do things. But I think from a lot of people last year, not naming any names, but they walked out of there with a boost of self-esteem and seeing how everybody gathered around. And I'm hoping that events like this are contagious to people to want to help. There's so many things we do, and there's so many. I mean, how many businesses or people knock on your door and they're selling whatever for a fundraiser for whatever that might be, whether they're candy bars or Christmas wreaths. And I'm not putting any of that down at all. But I think this is really cool that we got to hear from the people themselves. And Anthony is going to try to bring both of his brothers there that night because it's very important for him to come to say thank you to our community.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. He's like, he still doesn't know why he was picked or how this happened. And the events that went through to actually lead us to Anthony and his family are extraordinary, and they're cool and a little heartbreaking at the same time, which I don't need to mention. But it's a really cool how it happened that way.
Thin threads.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Talk about a bunch of just kick-ass people in our community that come together. I do want to give a shout out too to Right at Home, because I didn't mean to leave out their stuff. They've done a lot of things where they're providing some in-home care to help Anthony and the family out too. And like in their package, they have one that's an afternoon pontoon ride on Gages Lake with snacks and beer, $50 gift card to Loretta's and Tang's down the street. And yeah, some other of 3 hours of in-home care for somebody that might need it as well. And I know there's a lot of other things. So these haven't been put together. I don't want to leave anybody out, and please don't have your feelings hurt if I didn't mention things. But I feel like with about a week left that there's still room for donations in here. Mm-hmm. And there's just room to make this awesome. But we need everybody to buy their tickets. I need to know how many people are coming. We need to make sure that if I need to call Tom and go, oh my God, we need to do this or whatever that needs to be done. So the real action item of all of this is to purchase your tickets, because I hope it sells out. Last year, I didn't think there was any way in the world it was going to sell out. But it did. And don't believe anything that you guys see on any social posts, by the way. There's a bunch of bots at the end when we put the words tickets and selling out, that there's automatic things from bots that say, I'm selling 2 tickets, I can't make it. And it's usually the same message. Don't believe those people. Buy them straight through our site, because there was, of course, the world we live in. There's always something that comes with it, but there were actually scams about tickets.
Oh, so just go right through the website.
Which is terrible.
The legit link.
I know what else I had to say. Look at what shirt I'm wearing.
Yeah, Relish.
Okay, Relish brand. Derek over there, I called him. I said, hey, man, we need some help with some stuff. Put together 2 awesome shirts for us. Two shirts, 2 hats, some other items in there, but Relish, like these are the companies that just come through and they're like, oh yeah, we'd love to give you this. I think the Northbrook Hilton, too. I saw a girl at the Visit Lake County thing I was at. What can we do? How can we help? We saw your ads. What can we do? So we might have another stay at a Hilton. Like, it blows my mind. Mm-hmm.
This is fun stuff. Come on now.
It's really exciting. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to take a long nap on the 16th of February.
Yeah, because you're on as one of the co-MCs, but let's just be honest, you're going to be running most of it.
Yeah, I couldn't talk for like 3 days last year after I got done.
Right.
And I only fell off the stage. I think that you guys should have a drinking game to see how many times I fall off. I was completely sober the entire time. Uh-huh. Yep. But being that enthusiastic and trying to get people to bid and trying to really get things going, I fell off the stage, I think, 7 times.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm looking forward to. For an entertaining night, number one.
Absolutely.
Drumming up tons of money and for this family. And then the dancing afterwards. Like that, it is just a great time.
Super fun.
Right? Yeah, super fun.
Right. Where do we get to go out and dance as adults? Where's there a nightclub we can go in a safe atmosphere of the people in your community?
Where everyone comes together on the same night just to have a good time. That's why I think you being like a portable mobile DJ, that there's a little bit of fun to that, because then we can do 3 events as opposed to having a dance club in Grays Lake. That would be very difficult to support, because then 3 of us would go every other week and it wouldn't be. But this is one time where we all kind of get together. We're all doing something for good. Yeah. And we're gonna, get all sweaty together. I should.
That's not part of the wholesome package. Yeah.
There's no. We will be breaking no sweat in the wholesome package.
Exactly. Nice firm handshakes, though.
Yes, exactly.
Did we mention that there's something for everyone here?
Yes.
And Steve, let's try this out. Okay, so if you're listening, we're going to wrap up here. I know you guys have wasted your time listening to this, but hopefully it's giving you some information. So when somebody walks up to you on the street after you've listened to this, and they say, "So our listener right here, the listener right here is Steve. Hey, I was going to go to the Bachelor thing, or me and my wife are going. Is it something we should go to, or is it just for singles?"
Absolutely go there. Yes, because these packages have things for couples, whether you're a new couple or a couple who's been together for a while. Yeah, come on.
Half the money made last year were married couples that were bidding on this stuff because they're like, holy shit, guess what? I'm going to Lake Geneva and look at all this stuff I got. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, that package just has an extra $300 airline to gift card in it, right?
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
Right?
Right?
Absolutely.
So everybody can come. You have to be 21. What are the other things? You have to be 21. Because it's drinking age up there. So this is not I don't think it's a family-friendly event, but it's an adult-friendly event, right?
Right, yes.
So, and here's what I'm going to say and give you a challenge. A couple of things we put together. We have one of the bachelorettes, she works at Meadowview School, right? So I want Meadowview to come together and get all these tickets and come and have that like Team Meadowview to come support her.
Yeah.
And then one of the other bachelors we got are friends of all the people at Woodview. If anybody knows anything about Woodview teachers, you're all crazy, and I love you. But that group of people is awesome. Like, gather your people, bring them together as that group. The sweatshop people. So we have I always kid, we have all these cults, or we have these groups of people to come. But if we have friends of the Vine, friends of the sweatshop, friends of the schools, and all these different people to come together, it's awesome, and it shows support. And you got to support your bachelor or bachelorettes up there that might be a little bit nervous, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing.
Right.
All right. Anything else we need to know?
I think that is pretty much it.
I think there's something for everyone.
There's something for everyone.
I'm just going to go out on it. All right. So action items for today. First foremost, buy your tickets. There's a ticket link here. You can find it anywhere. Every stupid video thing that we've made, every post on here has that link. Buy your tickets. If you want to sit down, reserve a table for 4. There is a our VIP cocktail hour where you can come in an hour early. But please come early, have dinner, first draft, have dinner anywhere in town, support our local businesses. We are not singling anybody out here. This is our community coming together to help everybody. Okay, buy stuff. If you have a donation, know somebody that's got sports tickets or a concert ticket or something like that, you may not want to be used, or you want to give it as a donation, get a hold of me. We would love to have anything like that. That's just one more thing to do. What else we got?
Share this video.
Oh, yeah. This is a
That's
podcast, but that's okay.
Yeah, share this
video with no visuals.
Right. You know how you do that? The little button that says share, and just put it on your page.
Is that how you do it?
It takes seconds. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, maybe at the most. Just share it. Say, hey, listen to this.
Awesome way to help, right? Repost one of the videos that you see of your friends on here. Repost the flyer. Do anything. If there's any information you want me to give you to repost to your page, your business page, to ask people to get together and do this, it's awesome. Big shout out to everybody in the community. We're talking all the way from local businesses to our governmental agencies. Like, everybody that's come. Chamber of Commerce has been awesome to us, and we really appreciate that. And individually, like everybody who's bought a ticket, everybody listens to the show, whether it's a weekly basis or you've just tuned into one, I sincerely appreciate you for what you do. It's great, and it's great to have this vehicle to drive something for good. So this better be good, Steve.
It will be. Last year's was excellent.
Move out of town.
Yeah. We changed that family's life last year.
Oh my gosh, Gray's like you guys.
You
guys changed that family's life. You gave that father medicine. He is back to work. He couldn't get out of bed, and he's still, the money that they got is getting him the experimental medication to put their family back in stride. Wow.
Come on.
Yes. So thank you to all your sponsors. If for some reason I forgot something in here, please forgive me, because there's a lot of things to go through. And I'm a slight bit ADHD too.
A little bit.
That's a secret. Yeah. That's a secret.
It's a gift and a curse.
Right. Exactly. All right, Steve, thank you so much. Thank you for being a bachelor. Thank you for, and Steve's going to be throwing in a photography package of some sort here from Valence Studios. I think that would be a cool thing to do, like a family photo shoot or headshots or something like that. I think it'd be really cool.
Headshot. Let's do it.
Nice. All right, Gray's like, hey, no matter where you guys are listening, whether you're on Spotify, whether you're on Apple, whether you're on YouTube, wherever you're listening, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. That way, every time that we have a new episode, somebody from our community, a new story will pop up, and listen to them. And I think if you listen to the people that you don't know, really helps bring our community together. I consider my job here as a continuing education, because I get to learn so much about businesses and shop local. And as I end every episode, and this would be just one way to do it with this, is we never know what our family, friends are going through. I think after this, you realize that I think that how fortunate we really are. So go out and smile at that cashier, hold the door for somebody, help an old lady across the street. You never, don't underestimate what a little random act of kindness will do. So go out and do one or two today. And as we finish up, buy those tickets, do donations, whatever you can. And Grace Lake will see you Saturday, February 15th, 7 p.m. first draft. Thank you,
Later.
everybody.